So,
Hunter is back, baby.
yes, it is back. But before we get into all this nerd shit, we're gonna talk about some bro shit first. All right.
Football, right?
So yes. So a couple weeks ago,
We'll get a
a
snack
couple
real quick.
Thursdays ago, the New Jump City crew plus a lawyer went out to a bar on the Lower East Side, and Brian watched a football game for the first time.
I think he's seen one before, but like this is the first time he's really hung out and watched one.
Yeah, and went to watch like a game on purpose. know?
Not by accident, not by me happening to be in the same room as him and me hogging the TV.
Yeah. So like, Brian, why don't you just tell me your general thoughts from the evening, the general vibes. So not just the game itself, but the atmosphere of watching the game and where you was at and that.
I think he went to the bathroom or something.
Oh, well, I feel like a real arse.
Yeah.
I don't understand why they add the R. I don't care if they're right. It's just so stupid.
An arse.
Yes.
Well, until he gets back, we could talk about this week's games. The Cowboys somehow miraculously pulled through.
I'm gonna choose to not be annoyed by the way
they survived this game.
Survived is not the. You know what? Now I wasn't gonna get on my pedestal, but now I am, Chris, because you wanted to harbor some bias.
Me? Never. I'm unbiased. I'm the unbiased king.
Well, listen, I'll tell you something, man. I stayed up until 1 a.m. yesterday.
I did too.
Today, the first thing I did was watch the Cowboys win.
Mm-hmm.
That's what happened today. That's how my Monday went. It was 1 o'clock in the morning, and your boy Dak Prescott, Dakota Rain Prescott himself, had the ball in his hands for a drive. The Steel City. You know what he did?
What? What'd he do?
He brought that fucking team all the way down and scored on the very last fucking opportunity. 4th and goal, 30 seconds left in the game. If we miss it, there's no chance. We had to score a touchdown because we down by 4 points. And you know what happened? We pulled it off.
Yeah, Dak,
I would not have been. Go for it, bro.
Dak did drag this team kicking and screaming to a victory. But also, didn't he throw 2 picks? Was that just me? Or did
that's not it. That's not all he did. He also fumbled the ball in the red zone. So he turned the ball over himself 3 times. And, you know, like, the truth of the matter is the 2 interceptions can actually be explained. But I don't give a fuck about that. You know what I mean? Like, we fucked up. Big time. We had opportunities. We could have got points on the board. And we gave the ball away.
You guys were getting carved up by Justin Fields.
Yo.
I thought it was Halloween already. Yeah. You guys are getting carved up.
Yeah.
Which, honestly, I'm happy for Justin Fields. You know, honestly, I always like the kid. Glad he's in a good situation. I don't know if he'll stay there, but it's good to see him do okay.
The score was 6-13.
That was true.
Yeah. I don't even remember, yo. It was fucking late.
Yeah.
I'm trying to remember the deficits. It was like we took a lead with our touchdown, and then they scored a touchdown, and they took the lead back, and it got to 17.
Yeah.
It was 6-3 at the half. Then he scored a touchdown. It was 10-6. Then we scored 13-10, and then they scored. So it was 17-13.
Mm-hmm.
So we had to score at the end. Teams don't win games like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, you turn the ball over 3 fucking times. You're missing some of your best players on defense and a couple on offense. You have guys that get hurt, important players for the whole game and for like parts of the game. Like Zach Martin had to miss like a what's it called? Offensive like possession, like an offensive drive. He caught cramps. We Nealon's out for a few weeks. Whatever, right? Jalen Tolbert, the nigga that caught the fucking game-winning touchdown, literally got hurt like 2 plays before he scored. He came back in there, hobbled and everything, and scored a fucking touchdown. He told TJ Watt to eat a dick.
He did say that to him.
Crazy, bro. And I got mad love for Pittsburgh. You already know. Those in Pittsburgh I put onto the podcast and shit. Y'all know I got mad love for y'all city. I love coming there, and in the handful of times I've been out there, I'm coming back. Gonna have some more fun, but y'all niggas gotta hold that L. This week, nigga, we pulled up.
Wow.
Yo. Oh yeah, in the fucking rain, thunderstorm delay, and all that. You know, nigga. All right, I'm gonna tell you this. I don't got nothing against the Steelers. I'm gonna tell you what everybody was saying, bro. Oh, the Steelers is rough and tough. What's the fucking line I read? The nigga said the Steelers are 2 shots in the beer tough and are gonna handle the finesse like the Cowboys who play with finesse. You know, it was like we was running into a real blue collar team that was gonna handle us divas. Yeah, oh fucking boy. Oh boy.
Oh boy.
Let me ask you something, Chris. What do you wish? Do you wish that I never came across the people saying that, or do you wish that they never said those things?
Oh my God, I don't know. Whichever came first.
You're unbiased, straight in the middle, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Always, dog.
That's the reality.
Unbiased king.
But it's okay. It's not doom and gloom. And I know you're not mad.
I'm not mad at all.
Oh wow. How could y'all have allowed this circumstance? How could TJ Watt forget the head coach's name?
Mike Tomlin?
Mike Tomlin. How can your boy Mike Tomlin, TJ Watt, and allow this to happen? They had the narrative on their side, man. I'm gonna tell you this. There's another team we're going to play next week. It's another team that America loves and supports.
Oh my God. Oh no.
Yeah. Yeah. Another tough as nails team.
Oh no.
That's gonna that I guess has a chip on their shoulder because they were they were post, not supposed. They were post to win. They was supposed to win against them pretty boys, and the refs had to cheat for them. Yup. Running into them next week.
The refs did not cheat for them, actually. They ended up not cheating for them.
No. I'm saying cheated for us.
Oh, okay.
Like, that's what they say. That us pretty boys would have got beaten if it wasn't for the refs cheating for us. That's the narrative there. That's the game. We're talking narratives. Right? Mm-hmm. So... yeah, you know, that's another team we get to face off against. And all jokes aside, Chris, like I hope you remember like when I framed like those 2 losses, especially that Saints loss, but like taking that loss to the Ravens after that, I said, you know, I would much rather us take these type of losses early in the season so we could like, you know, really learn and see like who we are. And we have a tough ass schedule, and we're gonna have a lot of opponents to play against that'll you know give us a test and
bite your kneecaps.
Let us prove to everybody else. Huh?
You got a lot of opponents coming up that are gonna bite your kneecaps off.
Yeah, the Lions. We got the Lions, and then we got San fucking Fran right after that.
Yeah, unfortunately, because I kind of like the Lions. I'm the only Lions representative that Josh is close to. So I will be receiving the brunt of the abuse on behalf of Detroit if they win.
You know what, Chris? That's all on you, bro.
It is all on me. It's my fault. So
There's one way you can avoid that.
How?
You could declare your undying love and support for the Dallas Cowboys and just be a fan.
Never.
You're truly a Giants fan then.
I wouldn't say that.
You can never be a Cowboys fan, then that means
I wouldn't say all that.
Nah, man. You sounded like my stepbro Kenneth just now.
Yeah.
He literally said that to me. He's how I was like talking about how like, oh, like what if the Cowboys like made it to the Super Bowl against the Patriots? I was like, would you root for us against the Patriots at least? He said never.
I would vote for the Patriots. Over the Patriots, I would have taken the Cowboys. I would have rooted. I like a lot of Cowboys players. I like Dak a lot. You know, I like Dak. I like CeeDee. Both of them are on my teams. You know,
like Jalen Tolbert.
I do like Jalen Tolbert. That guy's playing. That guy's balling out.
Bro, how about a running back, Deuce, Rico Dowdle? Almost said Deuce Vaughn.
Yeah, no, man. I'm proud of him. After 5 weeks, he finally learned how to run the football. It was great.
You know, all right. That, haha.
After 5 weeks, he finally made 1 yard.
This was the first time we actually like stuck with one running back.
I mean,
you know, Ezekiel Elliott got a couple runs too. He had a couple good runs actually, but Deuce Vaughn got I think this is the most runs he got like all season.
Yeah.
No bullshit.
Yeah, it's crazy. I'm just like listening to a 3-point win being touted like a goddamn Super Bowl, like a goddamn playoff win.
Oh shit!
You're running circles around your opponents. They did play you tough. You fucking the Cowboys turned over the ball 3 times.
Yeah, but that's why that win meant so much.
It was it's Dak's propensity to be very good in garbage time that saved you guys this week.
It wasn't garbage.
It wasn't garbage time, but he is very good.
Oh, you're saying that the abilities he developed to move the ball in garbage time somehow helped him.
I think so, and I mean that as a compliment.
I know. I mean, I think I know. I hope you really mean that.
The ability for him to suddenly get 2 touchdowns and 300 yards in complete garbage time is unfounded, and it really did save you guys. It came in handy.
Not to sound hacky, but really,
I'm kidding.
You know, I think Dak Prescott's. I know you're at the very least half kidding.
I am very kidding. I'm very much kidding. I love Dak. I think he's a great player. He's a good person. I like him.
I think he's his worst enemy.
I do. I do too.
That sounds tacky, but
I do too.
You know what I mean?
I agree.
And I think that's what explains like how some games he moves the ball like there's no resistance.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like he just is like he has like hockey or something.
Yeah.
And other times where he's just in such a fucking rut. I'm gonna be honest, it's not always about Dak. You feel me? Sometimes it is the team, bro.
Well, look, I'll say this: Dak. It's pretty much Dak and CeeDee versus the world, and it has been for the last 5 weeks. So,
I think it was the contrary with this game, and that's
this game changed
it was a really important.
You know, everybody stepped up, everybody did their thing, and
everybody, bro. And we won despite turning the ball over 3 times against the best defense.
Yeah.
And the Steelers was 3-1. They was a top 3 division.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think the Ravens.
Steelers ain't never going to be that bad. You know?
Yeah. As long as they got wide.
And they're always going to be hard to play. So to take a win off of them is actually pretty commendable.
It just sucks that they're it's an AFC game.
Yeah.
It's the least valuable win, but
don't worry.
We'll take them.
You guys will be up against the Giants soon again, and then you guys can have your Super Bowl.
Speaking of the Giants, man, how did you watch that shit in real time?
I watched some of it. I was watching it in on Red Zone, and man, I'll tell you what. Dane Dimes is always going to play himself into a position where they can't pick his replacement.
Yeah. Yep, he racks up another 3 more wins.
Dog is gonna always go. Dog is always gonna go 4-13, and just like save himself.
Yeah. His contract's up soon.
Honestly,
well,
I
soon,
wish. Honestly,
that's
really admirable to keep an NFL job like that, to be bad, but just good enough that they just can't move from you because there's like nobody else. Because there's like nobody else ever available.
He scammed the good people of New York, and he'll have a job waiting for him on Wall Street.
Yeah, I mean, Dog never. Daniel Jones never has to work a day in his life at this point. I think he could probably quit football tomorrow, and the money he made, if he uses it right, he's like good.
He's gonna finesse until he dies.
Yeah,
people
honestly,
like that, they can't stop.
Yeah, the most notorious gangster in all of NFL history is Daniel Jones. Always playing
at the very least.
Always just playing just well enough to keep a top draft pick out of reach, a top 5 draft pick out of reach.
He beat the Cowboys. When Andy Dalton was playing Red Rocket.
Thank God,
that was your boy.
The Red Rifle.
The Red Rifle. That's how cool of a fucking.
That's a great nickname for a guy who's barely active in the NFL.
Nah, that nigga used to go crazy for the Bengals though.
Yeah.
For the Cardinals.
Oh man.
They never get past the first. They was like the Cowboys of like the last few seasons.
Yeah. Man, but yeah, I mean, Daniel Jones is always gonna win some games he probably shouldn't have. Well, who was he playing? I forgot who was playing. He was playing shoot, who were they playing this week? I don't remember.
The Seahawks.
Oh, wow. I can't believe he beat the Seahawks.
They was about to kick a field goal to tie the game, and special teams blocked the punt and returned it for a touchdown.
But that's not to say, like, the Giants' defense is awesome. I will say that.
Yeah.
Giants' defense is playing really well. It's effectively keeping them in game. Honestly, I would give like 70% of the credit of every win so far on the defense.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, that's Giants.
That's got me upset. I woke up early to watch that game.
Yeah, I mean, it was cool to see the defense be cool and awesome, but the rest of the way is just like.
I thought you was like watching that game.
No, I mean, I mostly watch Red Zone. So it switches between a bunch of stuff.
That's a very interesting game on tonight. Saints and Chiefs.
Yeah, Saints and Chiefs.
Yeah, interesting for all the wrong reasons, though.
No, why?
So, I got a friend. His name is Evan. That's my homie from. I met him at like Whole Foods. He used to work he was like a shopper while I was like still working like on the register and shit.
Mm-hmm.
So like I found out like way after the fact that he's actually a Saints fan and shit. So, after they beat us, yeah, for the I ain't gonna lie, man, I ain't never seen this before in my life. He had posted a story about the Saints winning, and it had that quote about the Saints when the Saints come marching in. That shit got me so tight. I don't even want to care to admit exactly how upset that shit got me, way more than it should have. But it was more so oh, fuck out of here, like where was this coming from? That would have been like if Brian posted that, if the Giants had beat the Cowboys and he posted that shit. You know what I mean? Knowing that Brian don't even watch the games.
Yeah.
So eventually, after a day, I decided to not be upset about it. I ended up talking to him, and I was just like, "Oh, I didn't know you really watch football like that." So, I just was like, "Yo, I'm not gonna be petty." You know what I'm saying? Whatever, they got us. It was an early season, and he wasn't. The thing was, he wasn't being petty. Like that's like that's the Saints thing. Like when the Saints come marching in, that's like it's like their, I don't know, like one of their slogans, or like the who dat shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I was like, okay, it wasn't like oh, we came marching into your crib. It wasn't like that. It was, a classical thing. And he wasn't shitting on the Cowboys. So I was like, you know what, I'm not gonna be mad. And then to make it better for me personally, the Saints started losing. They lost that game to the Eagles last minute, and I was like, oh shit. Right. And then they lost to the Falcons. And so now they're at 2-2, right? And they're playing the Chiefs. And the crazy thing is, I sent a message to Evan before I like got over it, like before that day passed. And I told him, I was like, it's early in the season, and I was like, Derek Carr always does good, like the first few games of like the season, and then we'll see how that continues. I wasn't trying to be overly negative, but I definitely was taking slight shots,
Mm-hmm.
So now we're at game 5. You gotta play the Chiefs, and if they lose, they're gonna be at 2-3, 0-2 in the division. They're only 1-2 in the division. Wait, I'm sorry. They're 1-1. My bad. They lost to the Falcons, but they beat the Panthers. Their biggest claim to fame was beating us.
It's pretty big claim to fame.
Sure. So, if I was a petty person, this would be an absolutely delicious game. It's truly, even if the Saints won, it's like, whatever, I don't really care. But man, if they was to lose, all the amount of shit I would have been able to, I would have posted some shit about the Chiefs marching in or something like that. Oh, I would have sent it directly to him. So I would have been like, "Oh, you see how them Chiefs marched in to the Saints defense?" You know what I mean? I would have did some real petty, you know, circle around, come back around moment.
Yeah.
But I'm not. And thanks for listening to all of that. Where's Brian?
Brian, are you back?
I've been back.
Oh.
Bro.
Yeah, I just thought you guys were just talking about football the whole time, so I was just studying more Hunter x Hunter stuff.
I'm getting my doctorate in Hunter x Hunter.
Bro, right now, I literally just opened up a notepad to write down everything I have to talk about.
Yeah, it's a big week when Hunter x Hunter returns.
Damn, does that mean you can't answer the question I had for you originally?
What question do you have?
Well, I was just asking about your experience that you had Thursday, like watching the football game.
Oh, it was fucking awesome.
What was your impressions? Any details that stood out?
That Danny Dimes is the GOAT.
I don't want to ask questions anymore.
I don't even want to ask questions anymore.
Listen, all I'm saying is that I called. He was like, what was it, like a 4th down? They made a play for it. Josh was like, oh no, he's not gonna do it. And I was like, yes, he is. And Josh was like, all condescending. He was like, oh yeah, sure, bro. He's not gonna make it. You know what's gonna happen? He's gonna throw it. Or he's gonna miss. And guess what? He caught that shit back to back, perfect throws. The Danny Dimes way, even though they still lost horrendously.
No, they didn't lose horrendously. They only lost by 5.
It wasn't a horrendous loss. Yeah, 5. Yeah, by 1 score.
We were field goal champs.
Yes, y'all were.
I'll tell you what, our kicker got it done every single time. Unlike the Cowboys. Cowboys kicker missed that night, didn't he?
No.
Yeah, he did. I'm pretty sure he did.
No.
I don't remember.
I'm pretty sure that he did. I'm kind of certain that he did miss that. that night.
I've been reading.
I had to look
yeah.
that up. He's really good. Oh, Chris, you had.
Oh yeah, I've been reading Don.
Me too.
I'm not too
I've been
far
reading
away.
Don.
I'm not very far away from the current chapter, but so far, I'm enjoying it.
Oh my god, I've been dying to ask y'all this question. Okay. Why are the aliens named Serpoians?
I have no clue.
Why?
Are y'all fucking serious?
You sent us a definition, I remember, and at some point.
Yes.
I've been
God.
dying all week, so
It's because they're from the planet Serpo.
Uh-huh.
What's the planet Serpo?
Yeah.
Oh, that's
Are an
it.
entirely male race that
Yes.
come from the planet Serpo.
They are. But the important part is that they are called Serpoians because they're from Serpo.
Mm-hmm.
Now, the reason I made a whole big deal of that is because Don decided to. And I'm not being critical. I'm truly appreciating what I
just
believe
the name of
was what I believe was like comedic effect. No, I'm not being silly right now. I mean, I guess I am being silly, but I'm not like being sarcastic. Like I actually thought that was so fucking funny. Like the way they just explained it. And I thought, it kind of set the tone of the series. The aliens were scary, but they were also goofy. I don't know how I don't know how this author does such a great fucking job of making it scary and goofy at the same time. Well, not simultaneously, but one after another.
Yeah, this is the most entertaining overall series I've read in a long time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also,
the art is fucking
all
incredible.
that shit I've been talking about, Spy Family, Sister Spies or whatever. I've been talking all that shit about it being a harem. You know what is a harem?
What?
Oh my god. Yeah, you're right. It is kind of a harem.
Don the harem.
Okay. Don is not a harem.
It's kind of a
Don
harem.
is not a harem.
Let me explain to you guys where I'm at. I'm at chapter 70 something. A dinosaur girl appears.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. And she
guys.
falls in love with him.
Yeah.
Well,
I got a yeah from Brian.
I'm not trying to spoil anything, but Brian,
that I know I should get from Chris.
I'm not trying to spoil nothing, but Brian should know that that's not exactly damning evidence right now in the current story.
Yeah, but still.
Yeah.
You'll find out, Josh. You'll understand.
Yeah, you'll find out. It's.
I can't debate your point because I would have to spoil it.
Yeah, but everybody do be thirsting for Okaroon.
Yeah, but there's a harem. A harem has to like consist of more than two people.
Yeah, and there is more than two.
Not really anymore.
Yeah, the newest member of their group.
Oh well, now it's he's the. I can't say anything. Damn it.
Yeah,
it's all right. We can wait.
Whatever, Josh. You're gonna understand.
Yeah.
We should talk about Hunter x Hunter instead of.
You're gonna understand, Josh. You're gonna
get. What's this is what's really funny, right? It may very well not end up being a harem. It is right now. No matter what you say, if the series ended at that point at chapter 70 fucking 4 or something, Okarum would be at the center of a harem. Don't forget about the class President-kun. Chan, or how the fuck you're supposed to say that shit? Japanese. Yeah.
I think it's kun.
Yeah. Don't forget about her. Kun. Chan. Come on. Class President-kun-chan. Can't forget her. That's 4. Aliens, spirits, popular girls, religious girls. Turbo Granny.
Turbo Granny is not part of the harem.
He took his dick, bro.
Yeah,
She took his dick.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean
she took his
part of
balls.
the harem. She does. That's just what she does.
She's part of the harem, broski.
No. Nah.
Yeah, no.
Are you so
listen, I agree
delirious
that it's a harem,
from
but I
staying
don't
up at night
agree.
and seeing the Cowboys
Turbo
win,
Granny has
which blew your
no
expectations
feelings.
away
Has no
for you to-
feelings for Okaroon. Okay?
Yeah, I
Harem
agree
is a
that there's
romantic
harem,
thing.
But Turbo Granny, no. Turbo
All right.
Granny, no.
So
See, this is what Josh
Ayase,
does. He gets too greedy.
All right, Miss Ayase, right? Turbo Granny, the goody two shoe girl that turns into the other.
Joshua, I can't debate.
The alien.
I can't debate because you're not even on my part
I'm gonna
of the
throw in Miss
series.
Ayase's grandmother too.
Miss
She's feeling the
Ayase's
kid.
grandma.
Nah, all right, chill,
Yeah.
chill.
See, Josh,
Yeah.
now you're doing too much.
Oh, now you jumping off the fucking shit, bro.
He jumped off a
You're
Turbo
doing too
Granny.
much.
Now,
You lost me at Turbo Granny and Granny.
Regular Granny.
And
Brian, on
regular
some real
Granny.
shit, bro. If a woman came to you and said she wants your schlong, and you
She's
had
a
four
fucking
other,
spirit.
wow, I did not expect this level of ignorance from someone like you, Brian. Bro, she's a spirit, my nigga.
Bro,
Yeah,
it's
that's
not
because
even.
she's a spirit. That's how she gets her
She's a
powers.
sentient being.
That's how she gets her
Has
powers,
this series
bro.
taught you nothing?
That's how she gets her powers.
You're the one that put me onto this.
Bro, dick and balls is how fucking aliens and ghosts get stronger, man. I don't know what to tell you.
If that's not a really good
Now, girls get
advertisement for
stronger too,
Don,
bro.
then I don't know what is. Because that is the premise.
And she no, she didn't take his dick. She only took his balls.
She only did take his balls.
She gave it back to him. She gave it back.
No, she lost them.
No. Yeah, she lost them.
Well,
I think
took
she
it
did
in the
give back
first
one.
place.
Well, they fought it
No.
off. They fought it out.
They took back everything.
They fought it from her.
Okay, I don't want to accidentally spoil something.
And in order for them to fight it from her,
See, this is
They
what
had to
Josh
have
does. Josh is
taken
in a position of power right now because we can't spoil things for him.
all right. If that's the game we're gonna play, then. But
I'll present my case when we catch up. Hopefully next time.
he
we
hasn't
catch up.
found his second ball yet. Okay, how about that?
Mhm.
All right, I won't
Sorry.
say anything.
We can't say anything to you, Josh. We can't even argue with you. We can't
'Cause,
even
like,
explain
it'll
our
be a
viewpoints.
spoiler. So, Hunter x Hunter?
Yeah, Hunter x Hunter's back.
Yeah. Speaking of. Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's back.
Very
Have
excited.
you guys been catching up at all? Like actually in reading like previous
I have not
chapters?
been able to read it because I've been trying to catch up on Don, and that's
I've
been my
been
focus.
reading.
But
I've been rereading it. I didn't complete the reread, but I have been consuming endless Hunter x Hunter content since its
Endless?
announcement. Yeah. Shout out to New World Review, man.
yeah, I've
Oh,
been
yeah.
watching his recap. I didn't finish it because I ran out of time before today.
Dude,
before
that
today's
guy,
show.
he is actually a Hunter x Hunter fucking genius. He just
Yeah.
explains things so perfectly.
Yeah, I'm gonna spend the next week catching up on Don, and then I'm gonna re-catch up on Hunter x Hunter. Again, I'm gonna reread it, refamiliarize, and I'll be back stronger than ever.
Yeah, I have so much more reading to do. It's only 30 chapters that I have to read, but it's still quite a lot of stuff.
The
There's
Don
so much content packed into it.
the Don anime is great. I watched that. The first episode
Oh,
is
it
out on
already came out.
Netflix. If you guys are anime only people, highly
didn't even know
recommended.
that came out.
Super well animated. The voice actress for Luffy in Japanese is voicing Turbo Granny, which is kind of funny.
Yeah, that's funny.
But yeah, if you guys are into it, if you guys want to check out Don, Netflix has the first episode. It comes out weekly, I think. I don't know how far they're gonna go in the season. I imagine they're gonna get up to the Evil Eye arc. But yeah, highly recommend. Good time watching it.
Okay, so I want to do this little segment that I've been
Oh,
preparing
yeah.
a bit. Okay, so basically, within the last within the most recent arc, which is the Succession arc, the concept of Nen Beast have been created, where each of the 14 princes uh have a Nen Beast created specifically for them that's off of like their feet, like their characteristics and the decisions they make and stuff. And while like the beasts themselves don't exactly like they don't, how do I put it? It's very abstract the way they complement, how the way the Nen Beasts complement and assist the princes. A lot of the time the princes aren't even aware of the Nen Beast, but in this in this situation, it can be applied where either we're unaware of the Nen Beast or we're aware of it. It doesn't really matter. I developed the concept of two different Nen Beasts, one for you, Chris, and one for you, Brian. I wanted to think of one for me, but I didn't have enough time because I thought about it in the shower 30 minutes before we got on the pod. So maybe you guys could come up with something in the meantime. Well, so I have a basic premise for what the beast is for y'all two. And then I guess if you guys want to take it a little bit further, y'all can add conditions and stuff. That's what it is in Hunter x Hunter, right? Conditions.
They
Or,
have
limits or
abilities,
something?
and but they're not controlled by the users, by the princes at all. They
on their own.
yeah, they act independently for the most part.
I could tell you what the rules are for the Nen Beasts.
No, not specifically for the net. Oh, what was I trying to say? Not specifically for the Nen Beast. I'm saying that like they.
They
Oh
have
man,
abilities
I don't.
that have conditions on their own, but they
Oh,
Hatsu.
that's what I mean. No, in Hunter x Hunter in general, is that
Oh
what they
yeah,
call it? Like people add conditions to their abilities to like
that
make it stronger or
that's Hatsu.
change their effect.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
called Hatsu. When it comes to like the actual effect, the actual act of making your Nen use an ability, that's called Hatsu. But
nah, but there's a certain word they use with like it can describe
they
how
they use
potent the
conditions.
target
They say
is.
like you have a condition on your
I think conditions, right?
yeah.
Yeah, I think in the chapter that this week there was a slight spoiler for people listening. Slight, but someone mentions that like part of someone's like plan is like like they basically implanted like curses and shit, and they one of them claimed that the person that created the curse, they either know exactly what the target is or it could be a case where they willingly like have a target chosen at random in order to like increase the like a potency of it. So basically him not making it specific to any person makes it stronger in that
Mhm.
regard because it's less specific. So I guess I'm in so many words
Nen
I'm trying to say if you
restrictions.
guys, yeah, but you can place them. You can restrict it more or less in order to, increase the effectiveness of your ability or change it in certain ways.
Yeah.
Almost, it's kind of like how in Jujutsu Kaisen, how they have binding vows, how but we say like binding vows were essentially taken from like that idea in Hunter x Hunter where they already kind of did that.
Mhm.
Anyway, let's have some fun. Enough explanation out the way.
I think it's
I
also
am
called
going
Nen vows.
Nen vows. Yeah, maybe. Okay, so we have Chris up first. His beast is his Nen beast is Devil's Advocate. It is a horror like a disgustingly like gruesome looking like devil like figure, but but it's like kind of like in a pose, like in a prayer hands pose, like almost statuesque praying, and it has like a very like innocent face, but the rest of its body and then it has horns and shit. I guess paint the idea, and it has like
Um,
angel wings, like fluffy feather wings, and
okay.
it has a halo also. So you get it, right? The effect, if the host, meaning Chris, if you are able to logically find an opposite yet equally effective viewpoint to someone's ideas, opinions, philosophy, convictions, etc., the Nen Beast develops a very strong resistance to the target's Nen abilities. For whoever the Nen Beast is actually targeting, whether that's compulsory or whether the Chris is making that happen, right? So it develops a very strong resistance to the target's then abilities and grants those resistances to the host. Also, there is an additional effect that spawns an angel and devil on each of the target's shoulders that take polarizing stands on said target's viewpoints and decisions, potentially disorienting and exhausting the target.
You know what's crazy is that this would actually make it. This would probably actually be in Hunter x Hunter. I'm not gonna lie.
It does.
I try to put some thought into this.
This sounds like some shit somebody would pull out in this fucking arc.
Yeah, any rebuttals? Any?
I like
how
it.
y'all feel?
I mean, I don't I don't particularly find myself good at arguing anything, so but I do I think it's a pretty
OP,
sick power.
It's a pretty OP Nen beast though.
Yeah.
Well, the gist of it, right? It like so the inspiration for this actually comes from Higuruma's Judge Man, in a sense, where it's so dominant, you know, because of like its effect. But at the same time, it could also not be effective at all because it is fully reliant on Chris himself being able to like you know think for himself and come to like certain conclusions that allow his ability to affect and activate. I think the really interesting part of it is like if you look at it in the context of like what's happening in Hunter x Hunter now with the Secession War, and let's say you was like a prince that didn't know like that your then beast was doing that to people, that would be like sick. You know what I'm saying? Like you like you're because you're naturally like, you know, we call you the unbiased king. And the way I see it is that what that really means is that you try to make sure that your depth, you know, your thoughts and your conclusions on things aren't shallow. You really try to, it's not even just looking at both sides, it's just looking at something and how it can be approached from a lot of different angles. I think you do your best with that with a lot of different topics. So, you know, I felt like that's kind of like part of the inspiration for that too. Also the compulsory, so like the real, I think there's like an ability in Hunter x Hunter where like one of the Nen beasts could like spawn these fairies or something like that like if you talk to them like a lot, they start making you like more affectionate towards like the princess or whatever. And that made me think like, oh, it could be like these little devils that are basically harmless. Like they don't do anything physical to you or drain your nen, but they definitely annoy the shit out of you. They're both arguing, you know, like the devil and the angel. It's like, oh, you should do this. Oh, but you know, it's a completely unbiased like void.
Yeah. Unbiased Void is a pretty badass name.
That is.
Yeah. I like it. The unbiased king approves.
All right. Okay. So, is there any conditions we can add? Anything I want to build on it, or?
I feel like it's pretty damn like ironclad.
Yeah, I feel like that one's pretty solid.
All right. Okay. All right. So Brian, what's okay? Your Nen beast is called duality. That's it. Just duality. All right. And basically, so you have a Nen beast that takes two forms actually. Okay. And because you two are brothers, like I'm gonna say that it has the same flavor where like the primary function is essentially like an enhancement / like conjurer like type ability that like, well, let me just explain it. So the effect of duality is if the host feels confident in themselves, like just in general, the Nen beast emits like a wave that neutralizes and suppresses any aggressive behavior. And not only like towards the host, but towards any other people in general. And it's so strong that it can like it can not completely break through, but it leaks through like any barriers. So like, you know, in time, eventually, like it can, if someone's around you long enough, around the beast long enough, while you're confident, could like wear their defenses down basically. The flip effect when you are feeling like lethargic slash like not like confident in yourself or like down. In other words, edge. um, your Nen Beast basically enhances you with like basically it's a shield that like that absorbs all like any type of Nen, whether that's like someone punching with Nen, somebody like trying to like read your mind with Nen, anything like that, any type of like Nen ability that's like targeted towards you or around you gets like absorbed into like the Nen Beast, which then emits onto you. And the flip side to that is if it's in that mode for too long, the Nen Beast can basically die or from absorbing too much Nen. Like it can dissipate or whatever. So yeah,
that actually feels like it's par for the course. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah,
I am.
So it's an enhancement slash conjurer too. Yeah, I guess because the confident effect is like a passive ability. It's not even really a combat. And the second one, it's also passive, but can also be used more like in a combat sense. But it's also kind of a double-edged sword because you can't, take too much. You can't be negative too long.
Yeah, I feel like that makes sense. I am a very hot and cold person, so it makes sense that I would have like a Nen Beast.
Your Nen Beast. So basically, your Nen Beast is like, all right. So it's like a duck, like a rubber duck, like a yellow rubber squeaky duck, and it has basically a Reaper's cloth on it. It floats.
What? Why?
I don't know. I guess because it
just feels right.
The Reaper is harm personified. It's fear personified, and a rubber ducky is the I guess like the very last thing you think about when being scared. The most opposite of being scared is like looking at a rubber duck, and it's just like. Then I also thought about the rubber duck from The Nightmare Before Christmas and how it could be scary. So it always has the Reaper's cloth on, but if it's in a happy mood, it just looks like a regular rubber duck. And when it's in that edgelord mode, it looks very fucking angry, scary.
I like it. I don't know about
that. That is actually so fire. I have an idea for yours, Josh.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Go ahead. Let me go grab my light as I'm listening.
All right. So, not all Nen abilities have to be combat abilities, but not all like combat abilities have to hit someone physically. So, I don't know the name of your Nen ability yet, but on it, like it's kind of like you have like a lacrosse stick, right? Like a lacrosse stick. And when
so this is a Nen ability, not a beast.
Yeah, no, this is a Nen ability. So when somebody talks about things that they like, if you catch it in the net, you can catch it and use it against people. So you deal psychological
the more passionate
damage.
They are about it.
Yeah, the more passionate they are about it, the more damage it does to them. The more psychological damage it does to them. So it's not like a combat ability, but in like social situations, like the Succession War arc, you could kind of like tear people down from like position in unseen positions, and it will be really hard for people to track down who's actually using the ability. Chris, you have an idea for Josh's Nen Beast?
Oh man, Coco. Josh's cat, Coco.
My cat.
Just a bad.
Yeah.
Just
I also.
Oh, sorry.
I was gonna say there's also like a built-in what's the word I'm looking for? Y'all have synergy between y'all Nen Beast. Since y'all are brothers. And y'all would be like close princes. Like I would imagine that there was a succession war, y'all wouldn't be trying to kill each other.
We would have to though.
Yeah. Not like for real anyway. Not when it's all said and done. So the Nen Beasts naturally kind of complement each other. So Brian is a switch that goes one way or the other that can be used for certain scenarios, but it's entirely built on his feelings, like his attitude at the moment, which is fickle. But the Nen Beast Devil's Advocate can create those not only can you would you naturally argue against so let's say you need Brian to be confident in himself because he's absorbing everyone's Nen techniques and it's fucking everything up. You could switch him to be more confident by presenting a different viewpoint, and the Nen Beast would grant you the resistance to also help fight off the absorption. And also the polarizing devils could at any moment help Brian switch in between. He could listen to one devil and be confident and listen to the other thing and then be like, oh man, I'm not confident anymore. So that was kind of cool.
That's cool. I wish I knew about this.
Yeah, my Nen Beast would be a cat.
I want to do one for you guys, but I want to put more thought into it. Okay. Next time I'm on the show, I'll have a Nen Beast and then an ability for both of you.
Oh,
yeah. I wrote these down, so that's the bar.
Yeah, I'm gonna do it.
I'll do it too.
That'll be fun.
Yeah, I guess next week I'll try to come up with some Nen abilities.
Yeah.
For you too.
Yeah. In any case,
I like Hunter x Hunter.
I do too.
Love it.
I want to do.
Thanks,
let's do one question.
Hold up. Okay. Those were really cool ideas, Josh.
That was really, super cool.
Appreciate it.
Thanks, guys. It was fun.
Yeah. Next week I'll definitely have one.
Do that shit more often.
Or next time. I won't be around. But we got questions from Mike, our guy. He's returned. He says,
"Yo, Mike."
He says, "Hey, I'll have
McCarthy?
No.
Mike Tomlin.
Better. Mike B.
Oh, even better. You're right.
Hey, I hope you had a great weekend to start the week. As always, thank you for doing your thing.
I did.
Josh did.
I did.
Josh has had a great time winning only 3 points in the last minute against the Steelers team.
I went to the strip club too.
Oh, hell yeah!
And I bought that new Zelda game. I had a pretty good weekend.
Yeah, it's a pretty good weekend. Wow.
Shout out to Echoes of Wisdom. That is a great game. That is the great fucking game.
Mike B asks, I was sick last week, and that gave me the time to catch up to Kagurabachi and read the first half of Vendetta Luck. In your opinions, what is the most bingeable manga out there?
Oh yeah. We've seen these questions.
One Piece.
You sent us last week.
Oh, okay. So I did send it sick.
Bingeable. Jujutsu Kaisen.
JJK, yeah.
Very bingeable. It just has all the qualities that lend to it being a very easy series to kind of get through. I did it twice.
Yeah. This is probably
even the anime's fast.
This is probably recency bias, but I found Don to be extremely bingeable.
I don't know if
because I haven't been able to put it down. I've just been reading it on tilt for the last couple weeks.
I don't know if I'm gonna have a strong desire to want to reread it though.
I might, honestly. I mean, the art is so fun and so good, and the story is so funny.
Yeah.
But I guess as far as binging it is just you're reading it constantly, and it's easy to read in large chunks, is what I'm taking it as. Which I think Jujutsu Kaisen is also like that. But Don for sure is super easy to binge through, I think. Because I've been reading a couple new series on my end, and I haven't been able to binge them like that. Mission Yozakura Family, I haven't been on it you know, like I have with Dandadan. And Dandadan is more than I'm reading it for the show that we're gonna cover it at some point. It's like I genuinely haven't been able to stop reading it.
You could count Promised Neverland if you only count the first like arc.
Oh yeah, the first
I mean
arc.
that from the bottom of my heart. I mean that from the bottom of my heart.
I agree with
like,
that.
I'm not trying to be nasty or nothing like that.
Actually, so true though.
I watched the anime for the up to the first season and was completely content. Completely content. No more. Don't need anything more than what I was watching. For real.
I agree. No, yeah, first arc of Promised Neverland is one of the greats.
You know what the series I'd like to reread that I think is bingeable because like I read it so fucking quickly. Solo Leveling. Super bingeable. Like Jujutsu Kaisen level bingeable.
Yes, I agree.
It's in full color too. Yeah, that added benefit.
Yeah. Yeah.
Very true.
Personal preference for me, Haikyuu.
Yeah, Mike, you should get on Solo Leveling, bro.
Yeah, personal preference for me is Haikyuu. I could binge that. I could read that all day.
I want to reread that again. I want to go on the journey again. It's such an emotional journey.
It is.
I feel like it's a lot of weight.
Yeah, it's heavy.
Honestly, I could reread Haikyuu. I just did a reread and I could read it again. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, it's great. Obviously, One Piece. Brian mentioned One Piece. I agree. I think once you finally give it a shot, and once you're in, you could read it pretty fucking easy. I don't ascribe to the belief that like One Piece is too long to get through because once you're in, it's pretty easy. It's not very dense.
It's a quick. It's.
I only agree with that when it comes to the anime. I would say I would never ever suggest the One Piece anime to somebody.
Yeah, I wouldn't say the anime is very bingeable, but the manga is. But yeah, I figure we only do one this week because we're already running a little long. So, yeah, we should jump into the show, shall we?
See you guys after the Bible, the biblically long Hunter x Hunter recap.
Yeah. All right, let's do it. See you guys.